If you're a new options trader who feels overwhelmed after watching countless videos explaining candlestick patterns, the reality is most people are overcomplicating it and making it way more difficult than it actually is. In today's video, I'm going to simplify one of the most important trading concepts, candlesticks, that helped me from going from a struggling trader, not knowing where to enter, taking bad trades, to making over $30,000 in a single week trading. I'll teach you how to read candlestick patterns like a professional so you can enter your options trades and avoid unnecessary losses, increase your win rates, and time your entries correctly. Reading candlestick patterns is my way of reading price action. And then I'll show you real examples of these candlestick patterns in live trades so you can directly implement these patterns into your trading and become a profitable trader. The best part is you don't need to memorize hundreds of patterns. I'll be going over 4 key ones that you need to know. I'm not going to confuse you. I'm not going to bore you. I'm going to get straight to the point. The 4 most important candlestick patterns that you need to know. They're extremely simple, but I promise you, once you understand these candlestick patterns, you're going to be like, oh my gosh, how was I taking these trades after not seeing this? It's going to help you understand, wow, there's sellers coming in here, there's buyers coming in here. This means that sellers are overtaking buyers, and it's going to help you read where the price action is going to go. Once you master these candlestick patterns, it's more important than any indicator. Let's get into it. So the 4 candlestick patterns we're going over is the hammer candle, the gravestone doji candle, the bullish engulfing candle, and the bearish engulfing candle. Obviously, these 2 are just the bullish and bearish version of themselves. Starting off with the hammer candlestick pattern. The hammer candlestick pattern is when you're going down or retracing and then you get a hammer candle. This is where you create a new low but wick up. You create a big large wick and you close the candle at the top of the candle with a green candle. This is what it looks like. As you can see, we dipped down, but then buyers came, stepped up, and created a wick, and we closed the candle green. So let me show you an example of this in actual price action. As you can see right here, we dip under pre-market low, and then we get a pre-market low retest. So normally I would take this short because my strategy is pre-market low and pre-market high retest, but this is a hammer candle. As we created a low, then closed the candle at the top. We wicked it up and closed at the top. This is a hammer candle, which means I will not be taking puts in this trade because I've never short into a hammer candle. A hammer candle usually indicates that a bullish reversal is incoming. Next, a gravestone doji candle. This is my all-time favorite candle. It just saved me so much money and it's made me a lot of money. It helps me identify when a reversal is coming to the downside. So this is a bearish pattern. It's a gravestone doji. So think about it as the opposite of a hammer candle. You're going up, 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 and then a big wick, sellers come in, and you get a candle that looks like this, indicating that a reversal is incoming. When you see a gravestone doji, or when I personally see a gravestone doji, I run. So what does it include with? You see an uptrend, and you have a long upper wick, small to zero, like you were closing at the bottom of the candle, same as the open, as you could see, and the next candle is usually a red candle after that. So when you see a gravestone doji candle, as long as you stay below the top of the candle, then I like to be bearish bias. But if you close above the candle, that's when you could say, okay, this candle doesn't matter anymore. I'll look for retest. And now, as we can see right here, we have a gravestone doji candle on VWAP, right above the pre-market low. What happens? Gravestone doji at VWAP, and then we dump under pre-market low. There's tons of examples of gravestone dojis. Right here, gravestone doji on the 5-minute, gravestone doji, and I'm going to show you some more examples in a second. Next, the bullish engulfing candle. This is when you have retracement, 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 and then you have a green candle that is bigger than the red candle before. It opened under it and closed over it. This indicates a reversal to the upside is incoming. When you have a retest, you always want to see a bullish engulfing or a hammer candle on the retest for it'll just confirm your trade. Bearish engulfing is the exact opposite. So green, and then we have a red candle that's larger and obviously closes under it, which indicates a reversal is incoming. So let's look at an example of the bullish engulfing. As we can see, this is exactly how you want to trade a bullish engulfing. You have a resistance, so this is our pre-market high. Now we get above the pre-market high. What are we looking for? A retest. On the retest, what happens? We get a bullish engulfing, which indicates we're going to go up. So when you get a bullish candlestick on a retest, that just means it's an A+ trade. Now, check this out. Example of a bearish engulfing. We have a bearish engulfing candle right here. What happens? Break under pre-market low, get a pre-market low retest, and we dump. So after a bearish engulfing, engulfing, you can expect some sort of dump. And as you can see here, we have gravestone dojis as well, all the way down. So these candlestick patterns, they go side and side. The bearish ones move with the bearish ones. And now let me show you guys a couple of real trade examples with these hammer candles with the exact trading conditions you want to see. So here, Apple was very strong. So what did I do? I marked my pre-market high and I marked my pre-market low. We got a 5-minute close above the pre-market high, but we didn't really get a good retest. There was one small retest here, but it was a tough one to trade because it was off the open. Whatever, we missed that. Next, what happens? We come down, we tap VWAP, and what is this candle? This is a hammer candle right off of VWAP. So we took calls off this VWAP retest. Our target's high a day. We sold at high a day. And then what happened after we sold? There was a gravestone doji candle, and then it went down a little bit, which would have been a great sign to sell more. But that's it. You see a little hammer candle off of a retest, a VWAP, whatever. It's a very good sign that we could rip. And then your stop loss is just under the candle. Let's show you some examples of gravestone dojis. We go in the daily. Look at all these dojis every single time. Why? But guys, let me ask you guys, why do you guys think there's dojis created at the same spots? It's because a doji represents sellers. When you see a gravestone doji, it means there's a lot of sellers at that area. So I'm not making this up. It's not like, oh, PB's talking out of his butt. No. Look, gravestone doji, down. Gravestone doji, down. Gravestone doji, down. I'm not making this up, guys, and the reason that's at the same spot is because there's obviously a seller here, and every time we get to this spot, the seller is trying to create a gravestone doji, because normally gravestone doji, when you get that type of candle, it means sellers are coming in and a move to the downside is coming. Gravestone dojis are a very, very, very easy candlestick pattern to find and catch, and you need to keep it on watch. But one thing I want to show you guys, there's going to be times where, say this is our, let's create something really quick. This is our chart, and this is going to be our pre-market high, this line. So say we get above our pre-market high, or above our pre-market high, we're looking really good, and then we get a doji, then we go down and then down. I am not taking this pre-market high retest. It is not an A+ pre-market high retest. I am not taking this trade. No. Even though it's a pre-market high retest, this gravestone doji indicates to me that a reversal is incoming and that sellers have taken over. So if I see this on this retest, I will not take it. So listen, if you see a gravestone doji on a retest, I don't like taking those trades. We mark our pre-market high, and what happens? Right here. Bullish engulfing candle. Right off of pre-market high. No gravestone doji, nothing like that. It looks absolutely beautiful all the way up while riding the EMA. So it's almost like, let's look at this. Let's look at this and look at this. This is how you trade the bullish engulfing. Get a pullback on the resistance. It should look something like this, and it looks literally the same exact way. Screenshot this, put this in your notes, do what you have to do, but this is what you want to see for a bullish engulfing retest. What happens here, guys? This is big, what I'm about to show you guys. So pre-market low, we mark our pre-market low, we get a 5-minute close under pre-market low, and then what happens? We get a retest. And what is the retest followed by? Bearish engulfing candle. But it also is in this format of candle down, retest, bearish engulfing. This is called a 3-bar play. It's basically a bear flag. When you see something like this, it is a huge indicator that we're going to go down. This is the 3-bar, whatever you want to call it, candlestick pattern, and it usually has to do with a bearish engulfing. Or bullish engulfing. If the upside would look like this. But as we can see here, we have the bearish engulfing, an engulfing candle right here, and we have an engulfing candle right off the pre-market low and VWAP. When you have an engulfing candle, a bearish candle on pre-market low and VWAP, that's 3 confluences on a single retest. And look what happens. It dumped $4 after that 3-bar play to the downside. $4. It doesn't get more A+ than this. So when you get a bearish engulfing off of a pre-market low retest, this is your entry right here, and you get this bearish engulfing candle. Hold your horses, put your stops in, and let me show you guys something. You guys see how it never went under the EMA and never went under the EMA? That means there's no reason for you to sell. So for bullish ones, it never went under. For bearish ones, it would never went over. So you see how it just rides the EMA? As long as it rides the EMA, there's no reason to sell. That means the trend is up and the trade is moving well, as long as it rides the EMA. I showed you guys the real trade examples. I showed you guys trades to avoid, and I showed you guys how to read the price action of candlesticks. If you just study those 4 candlestick patterns that I just showed you, that is all you need to know. Don't overcomplicate it for yourself. Focus on those candles. Focus on reading wicks, understanding the bodies, and okay, if there's a wick here, that means that sellers are coming in. If there's a gravestone doji, that means a potential reversal is coming. I shouldn't take the trade. Focus on on the 4 candlestick patterns I just showed you and study them, because those candlestick patterns are going to help you identify A+ retests you shouldn't take, bad trades you shouldn't take, and trades you should take. So your next steps are, now go back at some of your trades that you lost, you won, see if any of those candlestick patterns showed up and if they would have helped you or they would have not helped you. I'm pretty sure they would have helped you. So go back test it, go backtrack it, go look at the charts, and you're gonna be in wow. Like, you're gonna be like, how did I not know this before? It took me, 3-4 years to really get these candlestick patterns under my wing, and obviously they're super helpful. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. My YouTube is gonna keep getting more and more valuable. If you enjoyed, subscribe, drop this video a like, comment any questions you have, links in bio if you want to follow me on Instagram, join my free Discord, get mentored by me, whatever. It doesn't really matter for me. I just really want to provide as much value as I could for you guys. I love you guys, and let's keep crushing it. Peace.